Hello, my friend. Welcome back to What's Up in Makeup. This week we have a light week of news, but lots of updates from the stories from last week and weeks prior. We're starting off with Revlon. We have an update on what's happening with their bankruptcy and their stockholders. Everything is a mess and what Revlon is trying to do to fix it. Then we'll be talking about Sephora and why they are paying $1.2 million to settle a lawsuit. And in the product report, we have possibly the strangest collab I have ever seen in my entire life. Is it makeup or is it ketchup? We're gonna find out. Hang tight, we're getting into it right now. So the Revlon saga continues this week, and I want to make sure you're up to date on the latest. I know a lot of you have told me that you have bought Revlon stock. You need to especially pay attention this time because we've got some news for you. Essentially, what's happening now is that the minority shareholders in Revlon were like, we're going to get screwed on this because we don't have good representation for our interests. The big guys who own a lot of stock, they got plenty of representation. The people Revlon owes money to, they have good representation. Who's looking out for us? So they wanted Revlon to pay for people to look out for the minority shareholders. It went before a judge. The judge denied that request. And because of that, almost immediately, the stock price for Revlon dropped 20%. The thing that is, I think, the most explosive part of this is that Revlon told the judge that shareholders didn't need special representation because there's no evidence that their shares are actually worth anything because the bond prices are so incredibly low. So they're like, the minority shareholders are screwed, so there's really nothing that anybody representing them can do. But the shareholders were arguing back, like, look, the stock price has gone up recently. There's people that are investing in it. Revlon might come back. And Revlon's like, dude, this is just what they call a meme stock. And what that means is that there's no economic reason for the stock price to go up. It's really the only reason why it's going up is because people are talking about it on social media. But in the weirdest twist that I did not see coming, Elizabeth Arden is trying to make a comeback. If you did not know, Revlon owns Elizabeth Arden. And if you haven't seen Elizabeth Arden recently, it might be because you're like me and you have permanently put Elizabeth Arden in the Marshall's shelf in your brain and it's just there collecting dust and getting opened by random people and squirted out and left everywhere a mess. That's where Elizabeth Arden is for me, but they are going to be going into Ulta stores, trying to make a comeback specifically with their skincare capsules. And honestly, if there's anything I think that Elizabeth Arden can do is something like skincare capsules because you don't see this stuff as much in the skincare space. And they have a ton of products that are marketed with this capsule technology or whatever you want to call it. So Ulta is planning on putting them on their skincare we're loving wall. They're also putting some skincare experts. I don't know if they are skincare experts or not. That's why it's going in quotation marks. They may very well be. They're putting them in some Ulta locations so that they can also push the Elizabeth Arden products. And then finally, they are developing a loyalty program for Elizabeth Arden products. I give them credit for trying. I mean, you know, at least they're doing something. At least they are trying to bring the brand back. But like I said in a previous week, what I think is going to be the key on whether Revlon is going to survive or not is going to be holiday of 2022, which those products are going to start coming out in the next few weeks. So we will see what Revlon does, and hopefully they do well. If they don't, I don't see a good outcome for Revlon in this situation. I don't think anybody can deny that the way that we think about beauty has changed over the past 10, 20 years. The way we talk about beauty has changed. There's a big push for loving yourself the way that you are. There's a push for inclusivity. There's a push for understanding and changing the realities of what it means to be beautiful. And because of that, different institutions that have relied on the traditional standards of beauty are changing. There's a song that has been studied stuck in my head for the past few days. It's called Victoria's Secret. It is by a musician named Jack. She's very, very big on TikTok. And that is, I think, the direction we're going. I wish I could play the song for you here, but I will link it down below. But essentially, that companies have been using beauty standards to manipulate us for years. And Victoria's Secret is just one example of that. Another example of that is, like we talked about last week, the Miss Universe pageant, the Miss USA pageant, and all of the different countries, Miss whatever pageant for whatever country it is. Last week, we talked about how the 2023 Miss Universe pageant is going to be different. They are keeping their 18 to 28 age range, but they're now allowing wives and mothers to compete. This week, we're going to be talking about Miss England, and that is a competition that's going on right now. There is a woman, she's 20 years old. Her name is Melissa Ralph, and she has now advanced to the final stage of the Miss England pageant, and she is competing makeup free. This is the first time in the pageant's 94-year history that any contestant has ever participated without makeup on their face. Melissa is saying that she took this stand to make a statement on inner beauty in an age of social media obsession. In an interview, she said she feels that, quote, many girls of different ages wear makeup because they feel pressured to do so. Our flaws make us who we are, and that's what makes every individual unique. Melissa said the reaction's been extremely positive, that she's gotten a lot of encouraging messages from people on her posts, and that she's really excited to take this stance in the public eye. Like I said, she has made it to the final round. She's competing against 40 other women who are all wearing makeup. They are all hoping to be crowned Miss England 2022, and that will happen on October 17th. I will keep you posted. Now let's talk about this $1.2 million Sephora lawsuit situation. This also ties into something we talked about last week, and y'all were very, very vocal about how you felt about MAC not disclosing how they were using the data that was collected on their website. Sephora apparently has gotten themselves into a very similar situation. They are settling allegations that they violated the California Consumer Privacy Act, or CCPA. It's a state law that limits companies' collection and sale of consumers' personal information, provides consumers with expansive rights with respect to their personal information. What happened was that the California Attorney General's office did a general sweep of Sephora's website and found them to be in violation of this act. They said that they, quote, failed to disclose to consumers that it was selling their personal information, failed to process user requests to opt out of sale via user-enabled global privacy controls in violation of CCPA, and did not cure these violations within the 30-day period currently allowed by CCPA. This hasn't 100% gone through the courts yet, but if it does get court approval, it will be the first CCPA enforcement action since the law went into effect January 1st of 2020. In addition to the $1.2 million in penalties, Sephora will also have to clarify its online disclosures and privacy policy. In that, they have to admit that they sell customer data, as well as provide ways for customers to opt out of the sale of that information. It's important, if both sides are available in something like this, to present both sides. So this is what Sephora had said. In response to the settlement, they said, quote, it does not constitute an admission of liability or fault by Sephora. They're not saying they did anything wrong. They pushed back against the ruling, and they said that the CCPA does not define sale in the traditional sense of the term. This is what they said that they were actually doing, that they were allowing companies to use strategies such as tracking cookies, which, quote, allows us to provide consumers with more relevant Sephora product recommendations, personalized shopping experiences, and ads. So I know that a lot of you were really passionate about the MAC thing last week, with them tracking, discussions with the chatbot and what you typed into the search and which pages you visited. A lot of people were really like, oh my gosh, this is awful. Do you feel the same way about this Sephora case based on what we know? I will link, as always, the articles that I read down below if you want to read more. I, at this point, expect cookies to be on my computer tracking what I'm doing, but I am also a very public person. I am somebody that doesn't really have a lot of boundaries when it comes to me sharing. I am very much an oversharer. So I'm a little numb to some of this, and I realize that that is abnormal and that we definitely need to crack down on these kinds of things so that they don't get out of control, so that we can all stay within our comfort zone. And the other thing that I would like to know is, where is this $1.2 million going? Is it just generally going to the state of California? Because I imagine it's not going to the customers that were affected. I don't know. I'm wondering about that. I don't know if we'll ever know. Let's go ahead and get into the product report. Let's start with the Fenty Beauty and Mschf collection, if you even want to call that. That's what this is. It was $25, and the idea is that there are packets in here, and the packets can contain either ketchup or lip gloss, and we just don't know which is which. Actually really nice packaging for what it is, and here are all the little packets in here. Now, if you did not know, if you've never heard of Mschf, do you remember when Lil Nas X came out with Satan sneakers? It was a collaboration between Lil Nas X and the devil. And essentially, the idea behind it was supposed to be a play on weird, ridiculous collaborations. That was what it was supposed to speak to. It's like an art thing in a way. And each sneaker had a little drop of blood in it. It had a backwards Nike symbol. Nike sued them, made them take them off the market, made them tell people that they can send them back for refunds if they thought they were actually associated with Nike, all of that. It was a complete mess. This was the actual quote on that. It was intended to comment on the absurdity of the collaboration culture practiced by some brands and about the perniciousness of intolerance. So this is seems a little less deep. In my opinion, but it's these little packets. What I ended up doing was I was like, well, if it's lip gloss, I'm not gonna wear it right then and I wanna be able to use it. So I bought this little packet of lip gloss tubes to try to fill them up, and I figured we would like fill up the lip gloss in one and see how much lip gloss I actually got for $25. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna be able to make a full video on this, so let's just do it NPR purchased. Hang tight. Let's get through the product report and then let's open these packets. Speaking of collaborations, Supreme is collaborating once again with Pat McGrath Labs, but this time they're doing nail polish. And what's cool about this is that Supreme and Pat McGrath, neither of them have ever done nail polish before. They say that the product has a high shine. It comes with these little logos. It's about a half an ounce per bottle, and the set is only going to be available to purchase on the Supreme website. Pat McGrath is putting a bunch of information on their Instagram, but as of filming, there was no information as far as like the launch date or how much they would cost. Another really interesting marketing tactic that I don't think we see enough in makeup, I feel like this is a very effective strategy. It's the Willy Wonka golden ticket strategy, and AF94, which is Halsey's new drugstore brand, is doing that exact thing. They said on Instagram, want a free trip for you and a friend to meet Halsey in Los Angeles? Keep those eyes peeled because there are still 3 golden tickets hiding inside products at random Walmarts across the US, and then there's a website you can go to learn more. And I think that that's very smart marketing. That's the kind of stuff that I always buy into. I bought the Mr. Beast golden ticket things, and the chocolate was not good, and we didn't win anything except for like a secret video, which was really stupid. So yeah, I fall for that stuff all the time. I have a feeling we're going to see more of this kind of thing because I do think it's effective marketing. We've also been seeing recently a lot of skincare brands putting makeup in their skincare and makeup companies putting skincare in their makeup. By Terry has released the Eclat Opulent Serum Foundation. The shade range on this is absolutely freaking atrocious. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's 128 pounds, which roughly translates to about $150 USD. They say it is made with 88% skincare focusing on anti-aging ingredients. Coverage, they say, is buildable, but then they say that the 6 shades are color adapting. Like, I wish they just had a gradient. You know what I mean? Like, why not just have a gradient? I don't get it. I do get, and I do love this next collaboration though. This is Sydney Grace and Tina from the Fancy Face. If you do not know Tina from the Fancy Face, I love her dearly. She is a lovely human. She's amazing. She is spicy and fabulous, and I adore her. The palette is called Tropicolor and it is gorgeous. I own the last collaboration that Tina did and it is one of my favorite palettes. She is just so good with color. She's so good at putting colors together and she will not settle for something that is not the absolute best. Congratulations to Tina. She deserves it so much. I'm so happy for her. The palette will be available on September 1st on Sydney Grace's website. There's 18 shades, 10 mattes, 8 shimmers, and it is $60. I was very surprised. I kind of poo-pooed this last week, the Clueless and Makeup Revolution collection, because I was like, why the hell do we need another Clueless collection? But honestly, this is really cute. And where I think that Makeup Revolution went right on this is to not just play on all of the Clueless stuff, but also play on 1990s nostalgia. They did a fantastic job with that. Way cuter than I thought that it would be. There's 4 eyeshadow palettes, 3 lip glosses, 2 makeup bags, a liquid eyeliner, 3 lip liners, a handheld mirror, 3 sets of press-on nails, and 3 accessories. And honestly, it's really cute. And this is where I think Revolution needs to step it up, because if I thought that this was going to be good quality, I would probably buy it, but I don't think that it will be. And I know some of you love Makeup Revolution, and we just have different tastes when it comes to that. And it's okay. It's okay to be different. Oh my gosh, I saw this and I freaked out so bad. I have no idea how I forgot to talk about this last week, but my friend, there is an Alice in Wonderland collection coming from Sigma. And I die! Oh my gosh! It is so pretty. I am dying. I can't even. Can you tell I'm dying? I'm definitely dying. This eyeshadow palette, it is $59. There's also a cheek duo and a lip duo. Those are $35 each. There's a brush set for $120. These are launching on September 8th. If I do not get these in PR, you best believe I am at least buying the eyeshadow palette, probably buying other things, because oh my gosh, this is so me. 2 more products in the product report. We have Nomad Cosmetics Monteverde Cloud Force Reserve Palette. Last week we only saw the outside. Now we know what the inside looks like. This is $44. Really fun color story here. I would get lost in this palette personally. I think this would take too much thinking for me. But I do like the color story. I do. I think that it's different, but I'm definitely passing on this one. And then finally, a name that we have not heard, at least on What's Up in Makeup, in a very long time, The Balm. I used to be a huge The Balm fan, not so much anymore. Inconsistent quality was an issue, but I don't know like what they're doing now, how things are now. But what I can tell you is that they are collaborating with Model Roz, who is somebody that I had never heard of before. But apparently she has 14 million followers on Instagram, so I'm sure some of you have heard of her. I have never heard of her. She has 1.6 million followers on TikTok. She says that she is the first female model from Saudi Arabia. That's her tagline that she puts on her social platforms. There is the Gold Coast Face Palette, the Tropics Cheek Trio, and the Vacay Special Edition Meet Matte Hues Lip Trio. And if you get this, you have to tell me if the balm has improved their quality, because I loved the balm back in the day and I just haven't in a long time. Oh wait, product report is not over. We're moving over to Sephora and Ulta for just a couple more things. Sorry about that. Notes were confusing me for this week for some reason. We have Give by Gwen Stefani. Give by Gwen Stefani has the Bubble Pop Electric High Performance Clean Lip Gloss, $20, 5 pinky shades there. They say it's a creamy high shine lip gloss with buildable color and a multi-dimensional mirror-like finish for the illusion of a fuller, plumper pout. Very curious to see your reviews on those. Lawless has come out with brow products, the Hold Up Soft Set Creamy Eyebrow Wax and the Shape Up Soft Fill Eyebrow Pencil. Both are $21. The brow wax has like a spoolie, which I think is kind of interesting. There's light medium and medium dark. And then for the pencil, there's 5 shades. There's an oval tip on the one side and then a spoolie on the other side. And then coming on September 1st at Sephora, we have the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Medium to Full Coverage Radiant Concealer with Hyaluronic Acid. 30 shades. Does look like a nice gradient. $33. They say it is a creamy skin-like medium to full coverage concealer that visibly conceals, brightens, and lifts eyes and face. Available in 30 waterproof shades for up to 16 hours of wear. This is a little above my price point, but Charlotte Tilbury has really been crushing it in the complexion area lately, so I may actually get that. And then moving over to Ulta, just one thing one thing that I saw. The Beauty Bakerie Waffle Things Matte Lipstick. $22, 10 shades of nude, red, and pink. Cute packaging from Beauty Bakerie as always. All right, PR purchase product of the week. So before we get into this, and we're gonna do this right now, I wanna show you, I got the Lights Lacquer Lip Gloss collection. And this one, and Das Expensive, oh my gosh. This was sent to me by Lights Lacquer, and I lost it when I saw this. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see the sparkle and how gorgeous that is. Now, what I noticed though, is it only shows up, like I'm wearing it on my lips today, and it is extremely subtle when put over top of a lipstick kind of formula, but if you wear it on its own, that's when you really see the shine. And I have to tell you about the smell of this. Oh my gosh, it smells like vanilla cake. The cake part, not the frosting part. It smells incredible. The other ones, I'll just swatch those for you real quick. This box, by the way, is so cute. It's got a little splash up here that has the color. It's adorable. So this next one is called Alyssa, and then the other one is called, what are you called? Miss Honey. This is the wand applicator, just real quick how that looks. Some product really does nicely get captured in the center there, which I really like. And it is very soft and very easy to use. Here are the 3 swatches. So Das Expensive, Alyssa, and Miss Honey. The texture is a little bit thick. It's not sticky, but there is a little bit of a stick to it. It's not completely smooth. It's not like an oily kind of thing. It's definitely got a little bit of a glossy stick, but it's not, my lips are not sticking together in any way. I notice when I wear it on its own, it feels a little bit more sticky than when I top it over top of something. But either way, it's definitely tolerable. It's not, we're not talking MAC lip gloss here. And just very quickly, I just want to show you the box for the nail polish. It is so freaking cute. And there's also some fake nails, some press-on nails that are also really adorable. All right, let's get into this thing. Okay, I'm gonna get scissors because this is not, oh wait, it is. What is this? Oh, it's ketchup. Okay, I've got my scissors, so I'm gonna try to capture the product into the containers so we know how much of each we got. Watch me get all ketchup and no lip gloss, because that would be my luck. Oh, there's a little tear thing on the side, duh. It's lip gloss, yay! It is really pretty too. I'll swatch it for you in a second. So we've got one of each so far. Next one. More ketchup. I'm gonna just bring this upstairs and my family's gonna be like, what in the actual hell, Mom? What are you doing? Why? Why do you have ketchup in a lip gloss tube? What is wrong with you? And why did you spend $25 plus $5 for tubes? Because it's fun, that's why. The colors are significantly different. That's good. I honestly think I would like the ketchup color better. Yep, it's lip gloss. It's not really going in there as easily as I hoped it would. All right, if we're going on the same pattern, the next one is going to be ketchup. Will I be right? Let us see. And it is ketchup. Oh, I missed. Get in there, ketchup. All right, last one. Do you think it's going to be ketchup or makeup? I'm going makeup. Let's see. And it is makeup. So I wonder if everybody got an even amount, because that would kind of ruin the fun of it. Be nice if there was some variation. Now that I'm on the last one, I've got the hang of getting it in this tube. All right. That's it. That's what we got. This was $25, my friend. That's not even enough for a French fry. Like maybe one French fry. Maybe. But I could probably use this maybe twice for lip gloss, maybe 3 times, 4 times. I don't know. Let's swatch a little bit. It's like, I don't even know if this is even going to be functional. Is it even going to come out? Like, is there even enough to even use it at this point? I should have, you know what? I probably can swatch it here. Let me swatch it from here. Because honestly, like, I don't even know if that's enough to even be usable. Let me put it here.
All right, so that's the lip gloss. And you know how you get to the end of a lip gloss tube and how there's always a little bit left that you just can't get out? I think that's what I just did. I think I've just effectively captured every bit of this lip gloss in this tube, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it out unless I like cut the back off and like scoop it out with an app. This was I mean, it was fun, but at the same time, it's like, I wish it was at least as much as you get in an actual ketchup packet instead of these. Like, this isn't even enough to fill up one of the ketchup packets you get at McDonald's or whatever. Well, there you go. Now we know, and we found out together. And now my whole room smells like ketchup. Fabulous. Let's move on to notable sales for this week. So first thing I want to mention is the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, August 28th to September 17th. It looks like I'm not going to be able to make the video that I make every freaking season because that video takes like 3 days to make, and I just didn't have, I had a lot going on this week with the kids starting to go back to school and my other business and everything. It just wasn't possible to spend that much time unless I was going to neglect the other things. So I did put up a video this week. It's just not going to be that. But I will direct you to some other people that made some videos with some recommendations down in the description box down below. I'll link some of their videos for you. Another sale happening, the Tarte Pick Any 5 brushes for $45 sale. Scott Barnes is having a 45% off site-wide sale with code BLOWOUT45, up to 50% off at Pat McGrath's website. And then James Welsh, congratulations, sir, and COSRX, use code JamesCOSRX35 for 35% off. And finally, my friend, artist shout out of the week. Lately, we've been focusing on people that are just really talented with eye looks. Today, we're going back full special effects. I am going to now introduce you to Lola from Poland. She is freaking amazing. Let's zoom in on her first look. This caption says, I turned myself into a B12 robot after playing Stray. I'm in love with this game. The ending touched me. I honestly don't get it. I'm not a gamer kind of person, but I don't think I need to get it in order to think that this is an incredible look. It is so beautiful. I think the eyes and the lips are definitely my favorite parts of this look. Second look is called Golden, and I don't even know what to say. I will tell you though, in the caption, she's complaining about the headpiece being too big, but honestly, I think the whole thing, including the crown, are just perfect. They're breathtaking. The amount of detail that she puts into her looks is just beyond words. I especially love the right side of her face, which is on our left, the crystals and it's just beautiful. And then the work she did on her chest to bring it all together. And honestly, like that cloudy contact lens, I think sets the whole thing off. And finally, the last look is called Snake, and the caption on this says, I have an IKEA bag on my head and my lenses are in the other direction, but I still love this look. I recreated this makeup from Made You Look. I'm obsessed with her looks. I've never seen a glamorous snake before, and now I can say that I have. She totally did it. Honestly, I think it's the jewel placement and the eyes, the eye look that makes this so incredibly magical. It's just such a magical, beautiful look. And I just followed her on Instagram. If you would like to follow her, I will link her Instagram down below so you can check out all of her gorgeous looks. And that, my friend, was what's up in makeup this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show this week. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button. It really does help me a lot. It is so fast and easy for you to just give a little click, and it is 100% free. Thank you so much also to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Thank you so much for all the time you spent taking out of your week to help me with the show. I appreciate you oh so very much. Our chat today will be at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Hopefully you can join us. What we're going to be talking about is I had a bunch of news stories that were just kind of little snippet stories that didn't really fit into the show today that I want to talk to you about in the live chat. So if you can tune in, great. But if you miss it, it's so easy to find. If you go to your subscription feed, if you're subscribed, it should be right there for you. But if you're not subscribed, you can just go to my channel page, click on my videos, click on the video titled live chat. It should be there. Thank you so much again for watching. I appreciate you. If you would like to hang out just a little bit longer, YouTube should be recommending a couple videos for you right over here to watch. But if it is your time to go, it is no problem at all. Thank you so much for hanging out as long as you did. And mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye!